Good morning, everyone. This is Joseph with Smart Money Traders. Thank you for tuning in. Today is January 29th, 2025. It's a Wednesday. So, as you can see on my screen here, I'm having some data lag. I'm not sure why exactly that's happening, but I'm gonna have to deal with that. I tried three different connections, so I don't think it's the connection. It could be something with the computer itself. Data lag 4 minutes in trading is an eternity, especially the kind of markets that we trade that move very fast. So it's 2 minutes to be open. So there's FOMC. So this stream is gonna be really brief. I might stream later at 2 o'clock. Maybe 1:30. I can get on, and I might do that. I'm not sure, but I have an 11 o'clock appointment anyway, so I need to get ready for. So I just wanted to stream maybe about half an hour or so to see what the market is doing today. It's not, today is going to be a really brief one. Overnight, we can see the big guys, they kind of, they're going sideways here. Looks like the open might be a negative one. And already we can see overnight we went higher. So at 1 a.m. this morning, we went higher, then we started to go lower. So having a bearish day today, would that be surprising to me? Especially we have a lot of uncertainty in the market, and the market hates uncertainty. With that said, we're going to be looking to, trade what we see and don't jump the gun and wait for a setup. Now, again, it's about almost 5 second delay here in my feed. I'm not sure what the issue is because I tried three different feeds giving the same numbers. But at least I know I have a little bit of a lag. This is my regular computer. Typically, I trade from my BPS sometime. I mean, I used to. The last few sessions, I've done it from my regular computer, but I think I might have to switch it for later. I don't have this set up now, but for later, I definitely need to switch to my BPS if I'm gonna be streaming, if I'm gonna be trading that, because it'll be a very fast moving market. Even though I'm not gonna trade the announcement, I'm not gonna trade the 2 p.m. thing. I'm gonna give it some time to settle. But even an hour later, you're still gonna have some fast moves, and so still gonna have to wait and see here for a second. That's not gonna get. I might take one or two trades, but nothing. Right now we're at a resistance level, so POC definitely came back and playing around it now. So I'd like to see a pullback, some kind of pullback before I get into it. Gonna have to do that. Checking to see on my what kind of delay I'm getting on my DPS because I need to add my market analyzer here so I can see that moment. Again, we don't take a position within the first 5 minutes. We're gonna be waiting and see what happens. So typically, if you're new to the stream, what you see here on the screen, the bottom right is my entry chart. I use the Unirenco to help me get in the trade a little quicker than minute bars. I have a minute bar here that gives me the structure. That structure is not 30 minute. 30 minutes is definitely down structure wise. And this is my order flow chart. I have my market analyzer here that quickly I can change instrument if I needed to. In fact, I'm not gonna link it now, but this is my time in sales. I have it filtered. At least five, at least five contracts need to be hitting the tape or to show here because the 1, 2 contracts are not helping me. At least I can see here the buyers are stepping in a lot harder here, getting some pushback from the sellers. So you should expect a back and forth here. I mean, uh, we have a 60, 80 to about a 21 point range for the value area so far. And the way the market's been moving, I mean, this is not a big range at all when it comes to the value area. But I think overall, we probably have a 6-1, 6-1, 6-1, 11. So about 32 point range on the ES on the overnight market. So we at the bottom of that range here. Seeing it push higher here is definitely something that, you know, that makes sense. People are squaring up the position, getting out of those shorts. Maybe they might want to push the market higher at the moment. So we'll just have to wait and see. Just got a big sell. Yeah, looks like they're probably gonna want to make a no low here, a no session low. It's 9:35, so I believe that's where we're heading here. GPS seems to be almost normal speed, so getting definitely want to be careful toward those lows here. I was thinking about my chart, and the top left is a tick chart that I adjust based on how fast the market is moving. So right now they will come in like 67 tick, which in a few more minutes is probably gonna catch up to my size, but I can definitely go to that. I can say it's 1597 now, which is where my chart is at. So typically, when the market's open at like 1597, and when to really get volatile, it's probably gonna get to the 4000. So that's like the equivalent of the 1 minute, but it gives me doing the tick chart based on what's happening in the market, so I can see how fast. The tick chart allow me to be a little bit more nimble. So I've said all this. I haven't said the disclaimer yet. This is for education purposes only. This is my thought, my opinion. This is not something that I'm recommending to buy anything or sell anything. So trading is risky. Make sure you're well capitalized, and also you have the proper education to trade. So that said, here it looks like we want to head lower. And we're gonna chase this over here. We're at the pivot here. And remember, the rule of thumb is when you have a pivot, especially that's the low of the day, uh, close by it like this, you don't want to trade right into it. Always assume it's gonna hold, and this is gonna break, could break. I don't know. Nobody really knows at the moment, but unless you're one of the big boys that pushing it. But here, all of us telling us we're bearish. We want to definitely go lower here. What I'd like to see is probably a few bars back. Now we're at the value area low, which could serve as support. We'll be very careful here. We'll be very, very careful because above 87 here, we may be going higher. Below the VWAP, that yellow dotted line here, there's the VWAP for the Globex session from 5:30 and from 6 o'clock yesterday Eastern. So right now we're looking to see. It looks like so lots of fighting going on right here. The question we've got to ask ourselves, was this a stop run? They run the stops down here by 2 or 3 ticks, and they're pushing it. They want to push it higher. So we don't know. Just gotta wait here and see. So we're definitely open for long here. I mean, yesterday, if you guys watching the stream, we saw something similar happen, but it was later in the session. It was a little later than this. It was about 9:50. Behavior is telling me, hey, you may want to go higher. POC, which is the price where the most volume has been traded so far for this session, or I think that includes the global session too. Now we can go on higher. If you look at this time and sales is mainly green. We got some we got some sellers. I think they might get one over here. At the moment, really, I'm open for long. What I'd like to see is a pullback, not making it no low, and then we can engage long. Well, we have the POC, which could serve as look a little bit deeper in here. We got some fat front. We got some see here. I think there's some trap traders over here. See this red number. That's a big sell that happens here, but they still got reverse on them. Why do I real low? So sellers are present, but the buyers definitely making their presence felt here. If we get a positive bar here, we may go long, but no, it's not going higher. So this is a lot of selling right here. See, this is very aggressive here, very aggressive. So if you step in front of that, you're gonna get one over. I think, hey, this is where I probably want to pull back to go short then. I want to pull back here to go short. I think we're gonna sell down here. There you go. We're gonna sell down. See if we can at least get to the first target. I think we should be able to. Where's target here. Target probably down here 58. The ultimate target probably at 58.25. If they come back here and tag us out, you know what, in play, we may try another short because here, this market, because we made a no low here, we're gonna see some buying here. Some people are gonna try to push it higher, but all this selling here, I doubt that. So where's my stuff at? 71 3/4. So because it's gonna be at 73, give it one more, 5 more ticks. Because here's definitely to down. It's a market that wants to go lower. And if this thing break here, we're gonna adjust our targets based on the volatility. You do the same with the targets and your stop, you know. If it's gonna go lower, hey, why not? We don't know that yet. Right now it's 9:43. Besides the FOMC, I don't think there's any news. So the big boys are selling off and is down. Microsoft is down a little bit. Meta is down. So that's probably what we're seeing here in this market. That was a big seller right here. Very aggressive. So let's see. And honestly, I was gonna say we could double a position here, but also because we right at the entry, that would double the risk. But we could probably bring the risk down here too. Anyway, about 4 seconds behind, which is could be one of the things that we get taken out of here. The overall direction of this market is short at the moment, but this could have been the stop line we talked about. 79.25 could be a place we add to a position, but let's wait and see. It's here, we're gonna get taken out, it looks like. Oh. It's okay. So far, the 5 ticks is keeping us in this trade. At extremes like this, they usually come back and try to probe and get some people, to basically, I went short here thinking this one pullback was enough, but obviously they not think the same. They're moving it higher, still trying to find some more. I think they're trying to do some buying here to go lower, but it may be a complete reversal for all that we know. But I can tell, looking at my other screens here, all the major stocks are kind of down. Apple is down. Amazon is down a little bit, big time actually, because it was 1%, but $600 stock, that's significant, I guess. The media is down a little bit. Overnight it was up. See here, can we get back down? It's 9:49. Honestly, this could be my only trade today. It's gonna be a one and done for me. Because, like I said, I gotta be somewhere at 11, and I gotta figure this thing out here. So when I get back here, I should be back here before 2. You can see some selling here. This is the big pin bar here. You got some sellers at the top of the bar, which is a nice bearish sign. Not sure why this is doing this. 4 seconds behind. This is not good. So later on, like I was saying, when I do get back, if I stream for the FOMC, if I trade for the FOMC, it'll be from my BPS, not from here. No, the trading will happen from the BPS because right now I'm having 40 millisecond, between 20 millisecond and 40 millisecond delay here in the lag, very in line with like very fast. But here it's a whole 4 second delay. That's again, we're not really scalping 2 or 3 ticks or do an algorithmic thing. So it's not really that crazy bad, but I just don't know this afternoon this wouldn't if this is the same, we won't be able to operate. So if they want to go higher here once again. Again, our stop is in a good place here, meaning if they go up there, they tag us out, and we're gonna say we're wrong. And I'm not gonna close it manually because we're also close to they're about 5 ticks away from it. So it's bearish here. So most likely we're looking at a loss. It'll be a one and done. Can't win them all. Yesterday we had a pretty good day. We had 5 trades and 5 winners. Also because of FOMC, this market probably gonna be back and forth. They may not pick a direction yet. I still wanna break this and make it to a new low. That'd be nice. Yeah, I got stopped out here. So we're gonna call it a day, really. Again, I wanted to do a quick stream. We got down here. This is where we went short, and we got taken out here. So with that said, we're gonna call it a day. Yeah, that may stream was like a special stream for later at 2 p.m. We got Powell speaking. Yeah, it's up bend what they doing. They just went up about another 5 ticks and now they're turning it around. But anyway, done trading for this session here, 2 p.m. Also got and they have the conference at 2:30. Oh, wow. Okay. So today's gonna be probably a doozy here. We got 2 p.m. The fund rate, the federal fund rate's gonna be released. Then we got this statement at the same time. Then 30 minutes later, we got Powell speaking. So meaning on days like this, you may wanna Powell done speaking, then trade because we may still think between by the time we after the first 5 to 10 minutes, markets to settle a little bit, then you find a direction. If there's something clear, well, I may trade it, but typically on a day like today, can be. All right. So with that said, I'm gonna end the stream. Good luck if you trade later. And like I said, let me come back here and do a stream later. All right. Take care. Bye bye. God bless. I think I'm live. Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. It's 3 minutes to 2 o'clock on a Wednesday. Typically, I don't live stream this late, but we're going to have FOMC in 3 minutes. The federal funds rate will come out, so that's why I decided to stream at this time. And this morning I really had a short stream as well. So this stream is for educational purposes only. Not recommending to buy or sell any future contracts or foreign exchange. This is a very competitive market. You need to know exactly what you're doing. I said that the disclaimer is just for educational purposes only. Now, this morning I had a low lag on my data. I know it's about 4 seconds, which is quite a bit, but I had a meeting earlier, so I didn't have a chance to come back and rearrange everything to my VPS. So I'm gonna be trading from my regular computer, but I'm not gonna be trading right at 2 o'clock anyway. So if I do decide to take a position, so I'm gonna let the market settle. Especially at 2:30, we have the press conference, which again that's gonna give us another. That's gonna give us another. Let me check here if I can disconnect this connection, because I had tried 3 different connections and separately, and then every one of them has that lag, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Right now we see this market been going down from the open, really. I mean, the open here at 9:30, so since then this market's been going down. So we're gonna favor the long, but there was a zone here, hit the zone and came back. Today we're gonna see a lot of volatility here. I believe if they don't raise rates, or if they cut rates, I think this market probably gonna go higher. But if they keep them the same, I think this market might, I think that's the consensus. They're probably gonna keep them the same. So this market might be going lower here. So it's 2 o'clock. Let me see what this data says. Let's refresh. We're going lower. They keep it the same. So I don't think the market's gonna like that based on what we're going lower at the moment. Yeah, we're gonna let this market settle. It's only been a few seconds since that out the way. Yeah, we're gonna let this market settle. It's gonna go back and forth here. This market kind of recovered here pretty well. I'm looking at the 10-minute chart here. Mic is too low. What about now? Is it better? What about now? Oh, a little better. Okay. Test. Okay. Yeah, my mic seems to be a little low. Test. Okay. I don't know. I think that's why you're resting. Is it better now? Good enough. Okay. I'll just try to project my voice a little better. It's a little more. Looks like we're turning to the downside here. That's a matter of, okay, where's a good place to go short here? This market looks like it wants to go lower, and we want to go with it. Let's pivot here. So, yeah, I think so too. I saw the drop at 1. As a matter of fact, I think I sent you a message, Jimmy, saying that, hey, I just got back home and the market tank. It was kind of waiting for me. So definitely, there was a big. I think the sentiment in general, the consensus was rate was going to remain the same. So something happened at 1 o'clock, and that was that drop right here, that candle that closed at 110. If you look at the bottom here, the time that you see is the time where the candle is closing, the time it closed. So definitely it was a big flush down from 71 all the way down to 47. So that's almost 25 points in 10 minutes down and up.
So it's bouncing here again. It's finding support the same area. So I wonder if they're gonna break it and go back, go to the 200% initial balance, which I think that's doable here. I'd like to see it a little higher, come back a little higher, maybe to the high IB 100. Oh, it looks like they want to go lower here. Some pivots here that I'm not comfortable selling into. Though things are lining up to the downside here. Things are lining up to the downside. Yeah, this is why you don't sell into pivots right here. We're seeing it live. You don't sell into pivots like this. This thing's saying no current live stream. Okay, there's my stream going on. If you don't see your stream, try refreshing. I do see my stream. Okay, there you go. All right, so now I can. I was on OBS was telling me how I wasn't streaming. Now this is looks like a double bottom to me because they couldn't get down here. So I think we're gonna be nimble and change. Yeah, I can see buyers coming in here. I'd like to see a pullback from this range here. Maybe come back in the middle at 55. If they're gonna do that, I'm not sure they will. But things are lining up to the upside at the moment. So yeah, I think we're bullish at the moment here. For the moment, it's turning bullish. See right here, if you sell in here, they get you. Now, on the bar to the upside here, we may try to go long, but I don't like this candle here. If they take this out, 52 and a half. I'm in sale, a little brown. Lots of selling here. And you're gonna see my time in sale not moving as much as because I filter it by five. Only minimum 5 contracts need to hit the tape for me to for it to be recorded. Even right here could be a long. We're gonna do a buy and close here. We're gonna do a buy and close. If it goes down, we will cancel it. I'm using the NDT, which is this is what I like with the NDT. Cancel the order. At the moment, it looks like I want to go lower again. This be a retest of this area. Just gotta wait. Wow, look at this push up here. I ain't gonna play FOMO here, but man, look at this. That was some. I think. Look at that block trade. Look at that sell trade here. 806 contracts. So trying to buy into this here. This is a problem. I think we're breaking lower here. And this was just a little maybe take profit from that drop. They're taking profit there and. Right now, we got a nice net bearish ratio. I think it's 5 points would be about right here. Like selling here make more sense. Yeah. Well, we are going lower here. Some more people trying to buy here, probably getting out of the short. That's why we see those. And I make a no low for the day here. There you go. Yeah. I wasn't feeling comfortable selling here because it was kind of close to the pivot, but I did have room for my first target. In hindsight, it's all look good, It looks good. But yeah, definitely not gonna sell at the low here. We want to pull back higher. Pull back. I think right here on the negative bar we might engage short. If that's what they're doing, or is it? We're gonna put a short order in case. Okay, there you go. So we're gonna extend this here. Get the first target, hopefully. We're gonna reduce our risk if we go back up. Take this swing high out. We want to be out of this trade. And right now we could honestly just reduce it. Yeah, we'll reduce it right now. We'll reduce the risk. Honestly, if it wasn't so close to the pivot, I would double my position here and then bring down my stop. So I can still risk the same amount, but it's so close to this. I want this to be doubling my risk right here. I got some buyers here. Sellers will come back and defend that level, but I feel more comfortable doing that actually. Then I'll bring my stop back to here. No. There you go. I got stopped out. Again, this is something that could happen here, but yeah, what a low tick area too. Meaning we should definitely could see a reversal to the upside here. If we make a pullback here and we don't break this low and turn around, we may go long. This is the support zone, I guess. This is it. They're defending that zone, and also right at the 50 number. So that's a big number here for them to defend. So they go all the way down to 46 and a half. I think the low on this candle was 46 and a quarter. The low on this one was 46 and a quarter. So they went down to the tick. They didn't even go a tick lower. and they're trying to bring it back up here. But they're going to be trying to buy here. Can we get a bullish bar here? And we're up a few points. Definitely was up a few points here, but yeah, this market is definitely. I don't like the term oversold because the market can always go lower. I'm looking at the tick indicator. You had a couple of low ticks in this area, so this market going higher. Yeah, it's a pretty good probability. We've got some divergence on the delta right here. Also, we had some trap traders in this area. Yeah, looks like proper place for the stop. They already took me out. All right. So 16. We're gonna wait then. We're gonna wait and see what this does. Because obviously here they're just going back and forth. So I was gonna say the proper stop is really below that low, but by the time I move it, they took it out. Sellers definitely they broke that zone. Really, I'm not sure what's going on. Let me check my volume here. My volume from the software is actually all the way to the max, so it must be something has to do with my mixer. Is it better now? No, it's just a microphone. So let me go to the mixer and see. Not much. Okay. Yeah, I'm having some difficulties here. Let's see here. Volume mixer system. I have that. Sound manager, audio devices. Let me go in there and see. Recording, microphone. Oh, you know what it is. I think I know what the issue is. I think the wrong microphone got selected. That's what this was. Is it better now? Should be much better. Oh, okay. The wrong microphone. My webcam microphone got selected instead. That's what happened. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's why you couldn't hear me. But typically my microphone is the one that I'm using now. So actually I think I might have to lower the volume a little bit. Okay. It's good now. It's perfect. Okay. Good. All right, that sounds good. I think what happened is my microphone got selected wrong. So right now, really, we're not gonna trade anymore until after the press conference. I think. Like right now, they're trying to bring it higher, so there's no reason here to be trying to trade. Got a couple losses. Again, we kept a loss small. We traded in the MES, which is on a day like today, that's definitely what you want to trade. You want to trade something that, yeah, definitely want to wait for the conference and see what it's going to do, what it's going to say, what the read is. It's not so much what he says. What he says is important, but it's how the market reacts to it, as we know. Because like right now, we're just looking at candles going back and forth with no rhyme or reason. So timing is everything. I had a couple full-time trades. Both of them could have been winners. One of them was a long. When this turned to the upside, I thought, hey, going higher. Here, I went short, maybe a couple points. My target was right over here. We didn't get in. At the moment, we're gonna wait. So right now, it looks like they're gonna be pushing it higher. So yeah, okay. This market's trying to lift up right here. We can see the buying coming in here. Pretty steady buying on a low tick. We got two low tick. The last time we had a low tick down here, after a positive bar, was a nice place to go along here at it was 105. After that big sell off, we had some low ticks here, and it went higher. Let's see what it does this time around here. Still back and forth. It's still in that range. I don't want to touch this. I think as long as we're in this range here, I don't think I want to think about the market taking the trade. As you can see in the 15 range chart in the middle, it's a nice range here that's been forming. See, it's all ranging after the big, the initial sell-off, going back and forth, trying to find the footing. So we're just gonna wait for the conference, 3:30. Even as the conference is going, typically the market is gonna go kind of haywire. It's gonna go crazy because people don't know exactly what to make of it yet. And then after the conference, that's typically when things will. I have a feed. I think I have a feed here for the conference. Try to listen to it in the background here. I think bearish is probably the better way to go here. I'm just gonna pick our spots because it's right near the low. Again, don't want to touch this until it gets out of this box here. There's a question or a comments, please use the chat and let me know what you guys are trading, how you guys are doing out there. If you're taking any trades yet, or at the beginning of the stream, right after maybe 5 minutes into. Actually, 5 minutes after 2 o'clock, I took a couple of trades. I got whipsawed both times. If I want to go back here, see. Yeah, this is where I T-sign. I'm just going to put, I do have it on. Do I have do not plot on, or do I have text and marker? Let's see. You know why it's not going to show? Because I have the strategy running on here, because I have the strategy for me to take the NDT strategy to take to enter the market quickly. So I can change it to over here. So it looks like we're selling off in the MES. So as you can see here, I went short here. That was my first entry. We came back and tagged me out. Then we went long, came back and tagged me out. So this is where it's like a messy area. Honestly, that was a high probability to get stopped out here, but hey. If you don't make any move, you're not gonna get any. You gotta take the risk, and basically, really need to let the market settle more. Right? So you're gonna might see a push up here, because we're at a low, 230. Let me see what Powell is saying. Let me go to my, let's see. You know what? Let's go to Bloomberg. Powell must be saying something nice, because market is pushing higher. Market is pushing higher now. Just gonna put it right here. I think Powell is bringing some good news here. The market likes it. Labor markets are broadly in balance. What does that mean, Powell? All right, so let's see if we can go long here with a pullback. The economy is strong. Okay, see if we can get long here. If we were to get stopped out here, I think we might have to just wait later, maybe after 3. Because everything is a seller. That's the thing here. Because it's so volatile, we're ranging here. That means the sellers are getting some buying coming in here. Okay, like if we get up here, we're gonna go long, and we reduce our stop. There you go. Oops. Yeah, don't have it today. All right, I'm gonna stop trading this news. Jimmy, how you doing out there? Value area low. Serve has resistance here. I really thought this was heading some trap traders to the downside. Hip in pocket. Hey, you know what? You're better man than me. Right now, it's back and forth. There's no sense. No sense. We're going to just have to just hang out here on the stream, and I'll look and see if 42 can hold. Yeah. Yeah, they're approaching it. They're approaching it right now, so 42 can definitely be a barrier here, but they may blow through it, because there's a lot of this. I don't know. At the beginning of the stream, I said if they bring this back toward the IB 100%, that would be a good place to short. Maybe I forgot what I said, and I went long right around that area, because that area is right here. I went long right here, 56, which is close to it. Yeah, he just went to questions. Yep, Powell just went to questions, so he will never answer the question. What are you asking him? You're asking if the president made a demand. He'll never gonna give you a straight answer. Yes, flying up and down, up and down. Like, what do you know? Timing is everything in trading, right? Thinking this was it, they went further down. Now they're going higher. It's on a day like today, you gotta wait for deep pullbacks. Gotta wait for deep pullbacks. Now they're getting to the VWAP. Let's see if they're gonna blow past that, or they're gonna come back down here. Because they already got it rejected here in this pivot. So let's see if they can. They're gonna break that or come down. Yeah, they're coming down. Or is it another pullback to just get a bigger bounce higher here? Okay, we're getting some light blue, meaning we're getting some alignment a little bit. So we're out of that box. Thank God. Okay, so if we're out of this box, I was buying right as we're getting out of the box. I was buying here about 56, and then we went all the way back down. I know we bought here about 56. Now, if they come back and test the box and get out again, then that could be a long. I think I'm too late here. Yeah, too late. Long was over here at 61. It's hitting the view up and that pivot. So can we go back down and go higher here? Or maybe we're just gonna break higher. We really technically can take 2 more trades. So let's see. Alright, let's see if we can go higher here. To the next pivot. So I'm gonna take two of my targets and right in front of the pivot. If he breaks it, he breaks it. If not, not. I'm gonna put it right at break even. Because that one tick you're trying to save here, sometimes it's not. Alright, there you go. So we got a target, finally. Good luck. Oh, thanks, Jimmy. Guess I'm gonna need some luck today. See if we can buy stop here. To the position. See if we go to the next. All this was really was waiting for the market to align a little better, and then get chopped out here. So with the conference here going, it looks like everything is good. The economy is doing well according to Powell, and it's all honky-dory. Yeah. Again, we're gonna see if we can get to this. If we get a positive bar here, we're gonna move it right behind it. As a matter of fact, we should probably. This is crazy. I wanted to pull back and move it behind the swing, but it's probably going to come back down here and give me a break even. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I wanted to give it below this swing here. Okay. We're at a resistance area. I can understand that. High tick, so meaning we should definitely continue to see a sell-off. Maybe at VWAP, we can try to buy it back here. Get a positive buy at VWAP. I think they're gonna test that level. Ranging here. This is what it did earlier. It was ranging, and I'm like, oh, okay, I got some hope, but I think they may come back down to VWAP. Let's see. If we can get in here. They just come to VWAP and did their thing. Yeah, they did. I think we're gonna put a buy stop here. If we still in this position, we're not. Okay. No, we're not. Okay. We're just gonna cancel that. Looks like they're testing VWAP again here. See if we can buy this again. Stop below VWAP. My ultimate target probably gonna be higher. Let's get the first target. Let's come back here and buy. They canceled that order because I was trying to double my position. Yeah, because we got taken out here at break even. So it looks like this is what we're trying to play here. We're trying to play around here. Maybe they come back and top up this box here at 60. If they do that, that might be a better long. So I'm just gonna wait for that. But the VWAP, like what we may see here, it's probably a break of VWAP to say, hey, we're going lower and get to about 60. You know, if we get to see a break of VWAP here and a turnaround, then I'll be more interested in buying it because it looks like they're playing around this level, this range right here. Yeah, I'm not gonna be interested in buying above VWAP here. I want it to come back down. If it's not gonna come down. So that's it. Okay. So that means we're not gonna go down below VWAP. So we high here. We're definitely approaching the middle of the initial balance, which is that light blue line, that little dotted line at 83. So that could be a resistance area. It was before, so it might be again. Yeah, we're having some high tick in this area, meaning we can be selling off here. We can see a sell-off here because we retested. There was one here. There was one here. So meaning seeing a move to the downside here is not. It's not. Yeah, this is definitely like right on cue. It's at the POC. There's a lot of reason for this market to sell off here for a little bit and then probably bounce around the VWAP to the upside. But 67 is right around the lows of this candle. So this is where VWAP is. Once again, this is, I think, there could be some manipulation around that level. Bring it lower, VWAP, get some people short, and turn it back to the upside. Because everything that Powell is saying right now, it's saying, hey, everything is fine. So if the market really believe him, this market will be going higher. I'm not sure if they do. If they believe him, this market is going to go higher. There you go. Yeah, I'd like to see some more. Again, I could have sold it up here because I kind of called, hey, you know what? It looks like we testing. We got too low tick after this candle closed at 676. That was a place to sell here. Doesn't look like yeah, we're getting some green background, meaning we might be on our way higher here. Got some alignment to the upside, but no, selling is still happening here. Is it? Okay. Remember we said preferably would like them to go below VWAP and turn back around. So let's see. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I think I was trying to be too picky here. Wanted to go closer the view up, but looks like we're turning higher. I'll move this out of the way. All right, give her a pullback and close to the pivot for me to get back to go long here. But if we do get it's ranging here, it's a high risk long. I think I may try it here because it keeps holding it here. It's a matter of I'm not a breakout trader, but I think the breakout could be imminent here. Why not? Okay. Yeah, I like this pullback. I mean, we wanted to pull back like this, and then I'm gonna start trying to buy it here. If it's if we get a positive buy, we want to be buying. If it goes below 77, it's gonna cancel the order. There you go. There you go. We're right at the POC, so we can understand this is an area that people really want to defend. I think the next frontier is at 69 here. If we could close this pivot, we might double a position because at this point then we'll move our stop. If we get filled in that second position, we'll move our stop closer to the bottom of this candle. Nope. All right, that was 5 trades, so I think my quota has been hit as far as taking trades. So we had essentially 5 trades in this session here, 4 losers and 1 winner. The first couple losers were really me trying to. I was a little premature. I sold here and came back and tagged me. I bought and then it went my way for a second and then came back and tagged me out. Then we bought over here. That was the 3rd trade. It wasn't out of the box. Again, gauging on the momentum here, we're gonna go higher. Came back and tagged me out. We buy again. And we're able to get a few points to the upside. But overall, not the best. Yesterday we had an almost perfect session, and today was not so much as far as not so much because we had losses. Losses will happen in this market, but I think the first couple of trades were I was a little too excited to trade. So we'll journal about that and get better next time. So with that said, good luck if you keep trading. It's about to be 3 o'clock. I think after the conference here, there's going to be more movement, but I'm no longer interested in participating in this market. So we'll trade for a different time here, for another day. Tomorrow, Thursday, I'll be streaming in the morning, starting around 9 o'clock. Good luck. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you for being here.